Now, who now becomes the right buyer? Now, for us to understand the right buyer, we have to go back to the sales angle and look at what we need to do for people to buy from us. We need to put ourselves out there for them to see us. And for people to see us now, there are two main strategies. It's either you're creating content or you're running ads when it comes to online. Every other thing sits under this. No matter what you want to do, either you decide to create content or you decide to run ads. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't choose one over the other. If you're able to do all together, it's very good. Because when you're creating content, it's very good. It's going to get people to see you every day. If you can post something every day, new people will see you every day. The problem with content only is that the algorithm controls that. You don't have any control over who sees your content. You don't have any control over how long it's going to go, right? The algorithm can show you to the wrong people. You can create content and get 10,000 views, and you realize that out of the 10,000 views, nobody in that group will be interested in buying from you or even fit your ideal market group. None of them will be interested because they don't have the money. They might not even have the problem your video will be talking about. Okay. And if you're creating content, what type of content you create is very important. That's why I don't recommend joining interesting videos, challenges, dancing, and stuff like that. Because the right person who has money might see you today, but the day that they will come online and see you, you might be in the video dancing with your team. They will be like, okay, nothing will even connect to them that, hey, you can help them solve the problem or you're selling something they need. If you can creatively put your product and services in that your funny video, that's fine. Or in your dancing video, that's fine. But how many of us have that creative edge or creative angle? We don't. We just copy blindly because it's trending. We want views. We want new people to see us. So I don't recommend that. So content is very good, but you don't have control over who is going to see it and how long they will see it. So that is why I recommend you putting the two together, because when you now run ads, you're not going to run ads to do promotions. You're going to run ads to take exactly what content you've created to show to the new people. Now imagine somebody is now feeling wakes up in the morning and feels tired, wakes up in the morning and feels fatigued, and you create content and say, if you're someone who wakes up in the morning and you still feel tired, you go to work and you sleep, then you need to understand what is actually wrong with you. That is one piece of content that is explaining the problem the person might have. Now, this content might be discovery content, might be education content, might be information content. That person who is going through that problem will see it now and know that this is for me. Then you take that content, put it on the art platform, and now select the right people, the age, the location, whatever, all of those settings, and say that, okay, these are the people I want them to see. And then they are going to see it. Okay. Now, there's a high possibility that somebody who is going through a problem might have consumed a content or two relating to their problem, right? Let's say I wake up in the morning and I feel tired. I might have gone to TikTok, Instagram to watch one or two videos to say, sleeping at work, waking up in the morning and feeling tired. If you search for that in TikTok, you see. If you search for that on Instagram or Facebook, YouTube, you will see that people have already created content on that. Somebody who is feeling that will just go and search for that particular kind of content. So if you're running your art and you write the words exactly how they are feeling in there, the ad algorithm will now pick your ad and show it to these people. But mind you, your content, the ad that you're running, you created this as a content. So they will not feel that you're promoting anything to them or selling anything to them. They're going to consume it with the mindset of learning. And before you realize, you would have educated them, opened their mind, now and they understand, and they will come to you, ask you questions. That is where the sales stick. That's where the sales process will start. Okay. So it's always good to combine the two. There are different ad frameworks that you can create. The purpose here is not to walk you through the ad frameworks. I have over almost 40 different ad frameworks that you can create. Okay, and different content framework that you can create that I use for my clients and I teach my coaching students who as well on how you can create and what you can create to attract the right people at different phases. Because for example, if you're selling a product and there are different people who might need it, you have to create different pieces of content. and then put money behind it for the right people to see it. So if you decide to say that, okay, I have three categories of people like real estate, there might be three categories of them. There might be the man who has saved his entire salary throughout a lifetime and want to buy a property. There might be the guy who has traveled in the UK and for the past 15 years want to come back to Ghana and buy a property. And there might be that executive guy who makes a lot of money salary wise and wants to take a mortgage. These are three categories of people with different backgrounds, but are looking for the same thing that you're selling. So you create content that speaks to each of them differently so that they will all pull in. You put money behind it for them to see it every day so that these people, based on their different backgrounds, based on their different levels of awareness, will now be coming to you. Then they will discover you every day, right? Because you're doing that, they will be seeing you every day. On a daily basis, when I spend $3, between $3 and $5, I'm able to get 20 to 50 new people chatting me. Before the day will go to an end, I would have booked 2 calls, 3 calls. Okay, let's meet in the office. Okay, tomorrow let's talk. Okay, this, okay, that. Today I have 2 people saying that tomorrow they want to talk to me. One is at 11, one is at 1 p.m. And I've planned for them. We either talk on phone, talk on WhatsApp, and if it feels good, they want to know more, I can go and meet them and we start from there. This is what I call the daily sales system. Every day you have somebody coming to you. The good thing is that when this happens, when they show interest, you're going to have conversations and it will lead to sale. You will not be the one chasing them because they are going to find you. What is very important here is that you're not going to create content that are running discount promotion. You're not going to create content that says come and buy. You're not going to create content that is giving people demonstration of your product, right? There's a group of people who need that. So your content should be spread across that. We've already spoken about that. And your content should be able to catch them and bring all of them in so that they can show interest and start the sales conversation with you, right? So the right buyer now will pay attention. Now, who is the right buyer? Well, as I've already mentioned, the right buyer is the person whose timing is now, who is at the 3% and has money to pay now. Majority of the time, when people get to the 3%, they already have money. But here's the thing. Imagine you were the one that picked them from Imagine you were the one that picked them from, okay, I'm not aware of my problem. Now you make them aware of their problem. Now you show them all the solutions and make them aware that, oh, do you know all of these things? If you do surgery, it's risky. You can go to the gym for 6 months and you not see any difference. You don't have to starve yourself. You look at all the other alternatives, all the other solutions in the industry and let them know the effect of it, right? And then when you let them know, now you introduce your products to them, right? Once you introduce your product, after you've made them aware of all the other solutions, they're going to come to you and say that I'm interested, I want to buy. Then that is when they will love to see how it works, demonstration video. They will love to see whether it has worked for someone before. They will love to see if you have any discounts that you can give them because they are starting now. But before that, they don't care about all of that. But the good thing is, imagine you were the one who picks them from here and brings them here. Do you think they will easily leave you and go to someone else? No, they won't. And that is what works for me. Most people that I've worked with, they were not aware that they can use social media to generate sales. Right? And now I have to introduce them. Oh, you can actually use social media to generate sales. Imagine 1,000 people see your business every day. And every day, out of the 1,000, just 20 of them will inbox you every day that they are interested, they want to know more. Out of that 20, you work 20 days in a month and 20 inbox you a day. 20 times 20. At the end of the month, you have 400 new people that discovered you. You got discovered by, let's say, 20,000 new people, but 400 out of the 20,000 showed interest, right? They showed interest and started conversation with you. Out of the 400, imagine you are not even good at it, right? Then look at the conversation. The conversation too is another level. Who has the conversation? Who handles the conversation? Are you going to be the one to handle the conversation? Are you going to hand over to a national service person to handle the conversation? Are you hiring an intern? Do you have a sales manager? Because who handles the conversation determines how many of them they can turn into clients. Okay. So out of the 400, even if you're very bad at sales, very, very bad, and in the entire month, you get just 1 to 10% to buy, and you're selling something for 10,000, and you only spend somewhere maybe 3,000 or 5,000 CDs on ads to promote the content that you've created. And out of the 400, just 6 of them bought something, sign up for your service, and it's 10,000. That is 60,000 every month. It might not look like big money if you're selling something bigger. So you have to do your own mathematics, right? Look at it this way. 1,000 people see you every day. Out of the 1,000, just 20 people will engage with you. Out of the 20, you multiply the 20 by the number of days you're going to work in a month. And let's say you work 20 days in a month. That is 400. Out of the 400, who are going to say, how much does it cost? When can we start? Do you deliver here? Out of that 400, ask yourself in an entire month, how many of them can you turn into customers? Now, the ability to turn conversations into customers depends on so many things. I have a framework that I teach my students and I use it for my clients on how to teach and how to turn conversations into customers. Now, the first thing we have to understand is who is handling the conversation. And I've already outlined that. The best person are normally the leader. If you're the leader of the business, like I handle my own conversations because nobody can talk to my customers better than me. Nobody's committed and interested more than me. So I handle my own conversations. Some people have to give it to customer service people, national service people, front desk people. All will have effect on your conversion rate, how many of them you can convert down. Now, what strategy works when it comes to the conversation? As I said, I'm putting everything together. I don't want you to have a lot of, waste a lot of your time. The strategy that works is for you to sell or have the conversation like a doctor. You see, when you go to the doctor doesn't just wake up and say, this is the solution, this is the medication, go and take. The doctor starts with diagnosing. So when somebody sends you a message like, how much does it cost? The person is not interested in price. He's interested in the fact that, are you the right person that can do this for me? Is this the right product for me? That's why they're asking that. So you now take your time and diagnose their problem. Okay, I can tell you the price, but let me know, what exactly are you trying to buy this for? Right? You diagnose their problem, ask them questions, they answer, you ask them questions. Now, when you diagnose their problem and you know the exact problem, then you can prescribe. So you use the doctor method to sell. Doctors are the best salespeople, right? So you use the doctor method. When you go on my Instagram account, I've created a video at the top where I teach that doctor method where you can use to also have that mindset and use it to sell. You diagnose before you prescribe. So when people come in and ask how much, you just don't go and say it's 500 cities. No, you understand why they are asking that and you give them the right answer, and then you can take it from there. If you're able to follow this method, right, every day you will see money in your business. Every day you have new people interested in working with you. So this is it. This is the daily sales system that I can give to you for free. I had to explain how it works and why it works. And this is the last lesson that teaches you that. In this next lesson, if you want to work with me, I'm creating one more lesson. If you want to work with me, that lesson is for you. Now, how can you work with me? You can join my coaching program, right? I have 1,000 CD a month coaching program. It used to be 5,000 CDs. I want a lot of small business owners to be part of it. Now, how is this going to work? I'm going to give you all the content frameworks. You're going to create your content. You're going to post on your page. But I'm going to guide you. Every content framework, I explain why it works, why it won't work for you, how you should use it. I have the ad frameworks, what type of ad campaigns you should create. I also have a full lesson on how to set up your ads, how to do the targeting and all of that to find the right people to start coming to you, right? So the content framework, the ad frameworks, and the whole strategy in detail on how to execute it. And you're going to have me as your coach, so that if you have questions, you ask me, so I answer them for you. That is if you want me on my coaching program. I can coach a lot of people, so I don't take a lot of people. That is why I have pegged it at just 10 people per quarter. That money doesn't have a lot of effect on me because I make more money from my agency side. That is when we come into your business, we handle your social media for you, we create your content, we run your ads, we make sure that your business is seen every day, we make sure that new people are coming in, new people are booking every day. So the payment is works in two ways. We charge a one-time fee of 25,000 or more, depending on the level of your business. Because the level of your business will determine the work that we put into. The initial fee that we charge covers first 1 month, sometimes the first 2 months, based on the work that we're going to do, the strategy, the content, the initial content, and all of that. And then after that, we charge a 10,000 every month. We run the ads. The ads that we are running, the budget sits on your card. It's not part of the 10,000 that you pay us. So you run your ads, ensure that people are buying, new leads are coming in, you're making new appointments, you're booking new people in. The same strategy that works for me, the same strategy that works for my clients who have generated or who generate 500,000, 200,000, 50,000 every single month. The same strategy that I use and the same strategy that I'll implement in your business. So these are the two ways you can work with me. If you're interested in any of these, then you can let me know. I'll send you the last video where I'll explain further on which of the services that you need. Thank you.